Steve Lacy, an artist and producer from Compton, California. Steve really started getting into music after he played the game Guitar Hero, which ended up inspiring him to want to learn how to actually play the guitar. Now, in terms of his music career, he got his start as a part of the group The Internet. He's produced for tons of super dope artists such as Kendrick, Mac Miller, J. Cole, and more. In terms of BPM, we're going to be using a BPM of 87. This will give us a nice little drum bounce. First sound that you're going to need is a guitar. Surprise, I know. You have a few options here. 1, you can learn how to play guitar. 2, you can use a guitar loop. 3, which we're going to do today, use a VST or something. The sound I'm going to be using is called Dylan's Guitar, which is from my bank Grailed. This bank has tons of really good, real sounding guitars. These are personally like my go-to guitars that I'll use whenever I need a guitar and a beat. So definitely feel free to check it out if you end up liking it. So this progression is literally so easy to make, it's not even funny. So basically what this is this is just like a C major 7th chord right here. Oh, that sounds kind of nice actually. And I just took out this note right here. And then you really want to make sure you strum it if you're going to use this method, just because you're not hitting all the strings at once when you're playing a guitar. And then all I did, and I do this all the time just because, you know, it works. All you have to do is go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and just drag those over and duplicate them, and you get this nice little guitar melody. And then I just added some guitar rig just to make it sound a little bit more distorted. A friendly reminder to join the beat battle. Link in description. Details will be there. It's going to be a massive video, hopefully, and a bunch of people that submit their beats are going to end up in the video. So if you want to blow up and make millions of dollars, join the beat battle. Next, I use this other guitar sound from the bank. It's called Exo's Guitar. And for this top melody right here, I guess top and inside of this chord melody, but it's really simple. If you look at this G, this would just be part of this if it was like the full C major 7th chord. This E, it's really just part of this chord right here. And then this D, I kind of added to add a little bit of tension, like if you listen really closely. And there's like kind of like some relief down here. And then over here, just because I just dropped this down 5 right here, I did the same with this over here. So if we just pull this over here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the next sound that I added is just this sound called Upon a Star. I just copied over those other chords and just lined them up like this. And this sound you can just barely hear, but I feel like it just makes it sound a little bit more full, and it just adds like a small dimension. So I'm going to play it and then I'm going to take it out and you guys can hear the difference. Just kind of fills up some of the empty space. Next sound is a bass, and I just use this sound from Trillion right here. Just going with the root notes right here and just kind of strumming it at a rhythm. For the drums, I had to use my 8-bit drum kit. If you guys have been following me for a while, this is my go-to drum kit for realer sounding drums. And for a Steve Lacy type beat, you need some real sounding drums. And so I've got these all laid out right here. Just let me break it down because there's some important things that you're gonna wanna do to make them sound as realistic as possible. So right here, we got the kick. To make it sound as realistic as possible, you're gonna wanna play with the velocities a little bit, and that's what I ended up doing right here. And one key thing to notice is if you listen to it like towards the end, I'm changing up like the drum rhythm so it doesn't get overly redundant. Now the end of this is gonna be different. Next, I've got these two snares kind of working in tandem. Like some spots I have both the snares coming in when I want to really emphasize like that part of the beat. I've just got this hi-hat going, and again, play with the velocities. And then I also went here and turned on the shifts, and this is going to make it so they're kind of like slightly shifted over, and it'll just create a little bit more bounce. And just kind of sauce it up. I added this other hi-hat, and this one kind of really sits in the background, like I turned it way down, and I'm kind of playing with the velocities on these ones as well. Then last sound, I'm gonna show you guys how you can make this sound like even more realistic in a second, so you know, stick around for that. To make the drum sound a little bit more realistic, as they sound just kind of stiff, one thing you can do is grab all of your drums. I'll usually just leave the kick out of this and then route them to one of these. So just right click and go to route to this track only. I just like to use Fruity Reverb. This is probably my favorite one. I'll typically just play with the size, maybe go in and cut out some lows as well. Let's give them a listen now with just this little reverb effect. Now if I take all the effects off again. So just a very big difference with just doing that alone. But yeah, hope you guys found this helpful. I'm gonna arrange the beat and play it for you real quick. Beat battle, make sure you join it. Link in the description. Peace.